Welcome back, everybody. It's been a minute since we got in there on our world tour. Today we're going to be heading off from what do we got here? Papa Alpha Papa Hotel. Picking up on our world tour here. So last flight we did a Piaggio, P180. We did a flight landing at Papa Alpha Papa Hotel, and it didn't go exactly as planned. We did have some minor technical issues. I believe, from what I could figure out, we had a thrust reverser, the beta range, activate on one engine, but not the other. So that was not ideal. Definitely was not ideal. Let's see if I don't want my battlefield background. That looks goofy. Sure, why not? Let's do that. All right. Just get everything set up real quick here. Here we are. Nice. Looks like a Captain Norse. I joined yesterday. Listened to while I was doing some work. And looks like he gave me a shout out. Appreciate that, Captain Norse. That was a fun flight watching you guys go. All right. Well, let's load in here. Where are we? Somewhere in North America right now. We're somewhere up over here. Let's have a look at our flight plan. I already have it loaded into EFB here, so let's pull it up. So I did a basic flight plan because I've been having a lot of trouble with custom waypoints and properly integrating into the sim. Oh, that's funny looking. We're upside down. All right. Wonder if I can change that. Let's see here. Maps. It's going to be navigation. No. Orientation mode. North up. Let's go back. Gosh, that looks funny. But that's accurate. So we've come up from it's kind of a recap. Down here in BC, there's a place. Let's see how quickly I can find it. I believe. No, that's not the one. It's a place called Maple Lake. It's got a pretty cool kind of flying community. They're not popular in Canada, but there are quite a few flying communities in the United States. I'm not sure if there are anywhere else in the world. I'm sure there are. I'm just not familiar with it. But we took off from Maple Lake, which is over here. We came across. We ended up stopping on the 9-1. I think was our first flight. And from there on, we've been hopping up the coast of British Columbia and into Alaska. And now we're making our way over to Alaska. Like I said, last flight we did was in the Piaggio P180, which I purchased because I love the canard, or in the case of the Piaggio, it's a forward wing. I love that design of plane. I think it's really cool. Kind of reminds me of Delta Wing fighters, fourth gen kind of fighter aircraft. But in all fairness, the reason why I like the Piaggio is in fact because of the Beechcraft Starship. And the Starship is a very cool plane, kind of designed in the 80s, using all the latest state-of-the-art at the time technologies that were available, stuff that you would only find in fighter jets and in space shuttles and stuff like that. So they really kind of threw everything they had at it. First aircraft to ever have a glass cockpit. I kind of think that's funny they call it glass just simply because it is it is kind of, I mean, it's CRT TVs, it's little tiny tube TVs, the kind of stuff that if you grew up as a kid in the 80s and 90s you would have seen. Like probably was what you had at home that you'd watch on TV. I remember my dad had a I think it was called a Sony Trinitron, big. Well, we thought it was big at the time. It was a 27-inch TV, which nowadays is. I mean, that's not even a big monitor for a computer. It's kind of laughable now, but that's all right. So let's hop in here. Pull my chat just in case. All right. So see, it has the air stairs down already. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop in the cockpit here. I've played around with this just ever so slightly before. I'll pull this out. There we go. All right. I want to put all the elements other than external power in place. You can do that right through the EFB, which is stored down here in the map box cubby. The Starship, click and stow, just right in there. But I wanted to hop out because one of the reasons why I was kind of excited to see this is that unlike some of the other migrated planes from FS2020, you have interactable elements. So you can stow your pitot covers or static covers from the exterior, which unlike the Piaggio, which is a import from 2020, you can't do that. You have to use the tablet on the inside. But they've made it compatible. So let's go around and have a look. This is an aircraft where they did put gear pins, which you'll see the little. See if I can get it from here. Right there. So that little flag there is to prevent the gear from folding when they're towing the aircraft. But it will also prevent the gear from retracting if you forget to remove it. There's that really cool forward wing. And this thing, this I like is this thing acts like the wing on an F-14. Right? It is. Well, I mean, it doesn't sweep nearly as much, but there is a pivot, and this will extend forward in slow flight and retract backwards as you increase in speed, mainly just for landings and takeoffs. But if you're really flying some real slow flight, which probably is not a good idea in such a large aircraft, it will it'll swing forward. So it's a genuine swing wing aircraft, except the wings are tiny and only on the front. get those chocks in there. Having a look at everything. So, as you see, there's no conventional rudder. You've got these elements. You could call them winglets, but they're really big. I don't know the technical term for them, but they effectively, you have twin rudders, one on either side. Ailerons, your flaps, that's all normal. You've got, oh, interesting. What does that do? Ooh, I can spin this over by hand? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Very cool. You got your the tracks for the flaps. This only has two position flaps. So they're either up or down. So there's that. Love how you can spin the engine. That's really cool. Just looking for anything odd. Or not quite right. This plane does have a huge amount of potential failures. So you can have all kinds of stuff go wrong. And I mean, the reality is only in flight sim do you want things to go wrong, just so you can experience them. So let's check our EFB here again. Everything has been removed, which is good. Before we go anywhere, I kind of want to take a quick tour in the back here. So let's get the cabin door closed, because why not? Greens, we like greens. That's kind of neat. Very cool. You got a little plaque there about the airworthiness and whatnot. Got some lighting controls. Then we've got the cabin here. Fortunately, these elements here, you can't interact with them. It'd be neat if you could open these up and take a peek inside. So they've got, I guess your kind of your wet bar, coffee maker, what have you, would be in there. You've got all your gear pins are stored here. You've got your floppy drive, which, heck yeah, that's so cool. Where you can load flight plans or things like that. It's a pretty, I'd say compared to a modern jet, it's kind of lacking in the cabin here, but still plenty of room. It's not the tallest plane, that's for sure. If you see real world stuff, unless you're 5'2" or shorter, you're gonna have to kind of duck a little bit to get in here. Got some cool views out the windows here. Right engine intake. It does have a lav. That will flip up in the real deal. You got a door that you can close up here. And back here, this is one of the cabinets that does open. This would be your baggage compartment, so you don't get the... That's cool. You don't get the baggage accessible from the exterior, it is from the interior. So it is pressurized like the rest of the aircraft. So you can put your stuff in there if you have to get it in flight, or if you have passengers in flight, they can come back here and grab their stuff. But that right there is the best aircraft the company ever built. Yeah. I'd have to agree. Beechcraft does make some amazing planes. We teleported back to the cockpit here. Let's go back there and close that up. But a lot of the stuff that I really like for Beechcraft is going to be things like your modified stuff, like a Bonanza. that turbine configured bonanza, which is not something that left Beechcraft that way. In the cockpit here, you got your sun shades, map lights, just a grab handle to help get in and out, ingress, egress. You've got your lighting controls, no smoking. Gotta love that. I feel like, planes nowadays, nobody lets you smoke, but that's all right. So that one's always left on, I guess. Compass. You've got 3 panels. Sorry. So you've got one circuit breaker panel there. You've got another, a little hard to see, right down here. And the final pilot side, right in there. And they are all modeled. Every one of them works. I know last flight I did, I had to, I'm still not quite sure what happened, but I believe my generators had failed. I had some funky bindings on my controls, and I think I ended up cycling my controls, doing something funny, which caused my fuel to shut off, so I had to do an in-air start, and things did not go to plan. I believe I lost one of the generators. I couldn't figure out exactly what happened. I was able to land, but I had to go back to my standard instruments because I was losing displays. Not enough voltage to run, or amperage to run the displays. But that also meant I did not have voltage to deploy the landing gear. So I had to, went through the emergency checklist. You got to pull the landing gear breaker. Have to have the landing gear lever down, and you've got to pump this lever down here. I didn't count how many times, but I'd say it was at least 30, if not more times, until you got your 3 green lit up here. So that was pretty cool. That was neat to see, and it worked. I landed. I was flying somewhere over Africa, just to mess around with the plane. I wanted to see the failure of the instruments. That is a common thing in this aircraft. It was the first aircraft to ever have a glass panel, or full glass panel. It means it's slightly basic, right? It's got, what's up, guys? Hey, there's Captain Lord. And Jockey. Cool. What's up, guys? Oh, apparently there's reverb on my bike. That's probably me. Yep. Let me see if I can't go in the settings and get that sounding a little better. Is that any better, guys? Got all off headset mics. Two mics. Let me see if... I think you're right. My PC wants to pick up my voice. My PC wants to pick up my voice. Gotta love that. And it does it automatically. Well, let's see. Is that any better? muted my boom mic, so we're just going off the laptop then. Cool. Yeah, so let's get back into this. Yes, we should go through the startup procedure in this, which I think that's also something I screwed up last time. Um, this plane seems to really like to follow the checklist, which makes sense. Nice. Looking forward to it, man. All right. Park brake is set. Control locks already removed. Landing gear controls down. Battery's going to come on. Oh, apparently on and off. There we go. Pitch. Everything's set to 0. No, it's not. Let's get the nose trimmed to 0. Well, that's looking good. Fuel quantity 946. 946. We're going to think we might modify that slightly. Half tanks 294. Oxygen pressure. My oxygen pressure again, I think. Oh, it's right there. 1850. Air stow door annunciator. She's gone. And we're going to go batteries off. Wheel chocks removed. Covers, gear lock pins, emergency keys. Air stow all stowed and locked. Okay. Circuit breakers are all in. They're checked, but let's just make sure we didn't pop anything, because if we will do that, looks good. Circuit breakers, all 3 panels. Port revisionary panels, which I love how it zooms in there, but basically I'm going to leave it as startup unless you have a failure. Let's hope it's got same on the other side. Right over there. Although this is single pilot operation, so. And it is to do so. Parking brake. Audio panel is required. Volumes down. One. Mic 1. Yep. Static source is set to normal. Right down there. Love those jump to buttons. They actually work in this one too. Options apply. This lever right in here. That pulls out, stays out for the duration of the flight. Oxygen masks, you can actually test this, which is neat. And they both work on both sides, obviously. All right. Ice protection. Don't need anything currently. Landing controls down. Anti-skid switch is coming. Anti-skid switch. Anti-skid switch coming on. Reversionary panel. The central reversionary panel. Right here. You've got your ECAS, which would be for this panel here. Engine data down here. So it's kind of neat. They've got so many redundant systems in this plane because it was the very first to have an all glass cockpit. If you lose your instruments, your engine outputs, you can't tell anything. This is all you got to fly by. So they put a lot of redundancy into it. Standby instruments right down here. That one there. I'll get these alive and kicking. Standby battery on. Which I forget where that is, but oh, yeah, it's illuminated. It's not a switch. Haha.
Power levers. They are indeed. Power lever idle. Everything's feather cut off. Prop levers gonna go full forward. Condition levers are in cut off. Bleed air is off. Temp mode is also off. Battery coming back on. Triple bus. With all the redundant systems and the amount of electrical, check individual buses, their voltage right through the feed. Triple feed. Minimum of 22, but 23.5. Central bus, need a minimum of 23 as well. Central bus, we've got 26. These do act drop pretty quickly if you're on the ground without the engines running and generators on. Central bus, check that, ECAS. So that will bring this screen on right here as it slowly powers up like an old school TV. And you've got your CAS messages all showing here. It's got ECAS on. I hate flashing lights, they scare me. Firewall valves. Yep. Extinguish elimination, standby pumps down here. Remove that prop lever out of the way slightly though. Standby pumps on. Well, we got the one page, but if we go to a triple feed bus, there should be a voltage drop. Yes, there is. So pressure lights went out. Standby pumps off. Fuel pressure low. Annunciators on. Transfer pump. Transferring right. Left goes out. Transferring left. Right goes out. That all makes sense. Fuel transfer. Fuel pressure low. Avionics air film message illuminated. That would be avionics air film. Yep. Right there. Avionics alternate blower. That is important. We'll turn on a fan, which is sucking air from the nose wheel through the avionics bay to help keep all of this cool, especially while on the ground. So right now, it's cold out, so we're all right. But when I flew in Africa yesterday, I think that's another failure I experienced, the heat in the cabin and all my instruments fading to black. All blowers on. Avionics air film is gone. Fuel quantity total and aft, we already checked. That's right, 946, 946. We've got 288, 289. So these tanks will transfer into the aft tank and then feed from the aft tank to the engines. Okay, oxygen pressure confirm, 1850. Headlights and required external lights. We're going to want some of them on. Put our strobes on. Starting. Battery starts. And we're starting with only now because of my bindings, I have to move my cutoffs forward and then back in sim. All right, ignitions. Those are all down here. Ignitions are on. Our condition lever start at 12%. So we're going to write starter on. 12%, N1, we're going to introduce fuel, start position. There we go. Probably have my ignitions on though. Or not so much. And abort that one. That did not want to start. Shut the fuel off. We're going to cycle the starter again. Got to get a blow through on the engines because if not, we'll get a hot start or a home start. We're going to wait a minute there. So instead, I will retry that procedure. I'm going to start from the left. I know the checklist says from the right, but let's go from the left because why not? And we're going to try again. 12%. We're going to move to start. 10, 11, 12. There we go. You can hear it kick off, and it does swing real high. 1,000+ degrees. Watch the N1 climb. At 50% or so, we're going to cut the starter to the off position. It happens quick, and then let's get our generator on. Up into test and down into normal position. So we've got a generator on now. Oil pressures and oil temperatures look good. So we're doing this back well. It's okay. I'll use the right for the left, left for the right. Here indeed charging 27.8. So now they've given the left a chance to cool. Let's bring the right a chance to cool. Let's bring the left into full forward, get more fuel going. And we're going to repeat the process for the right hand side. So we're going to ignition to on. 12%, we're going to go to start. On the fuel, 12%. Engine said light off. Monitor. It's nice and cold here. So that was actually a cold start for it compared to most. 52%, we're going to get the starter off. 50% rather. The N1 stabilized. It's about 60%. We can go to full forward. So oil pressures, all that's looking good. It's coming up. Temperature's coming quick. Generator ties are going to open. Let's not do that yet. Let's get that right generator on. There we go. Tie the two generators together. Left, right. Gen ties open. Yeah, triple feed bus. 27.8. Yeah, we're good there. Gen ties back to normal. That's right. Gen ties go out and cast message. They certainly do. Generator load parallel 15 amps aside. It is good. All right. Before taxi, pilot and co-pilots, avionics to come on position. This is when all the screens finally come alive. Standby indicators are already on. Lead air, both. Blower temperature set. You don't want to warm it. start to see the cabin increase in temperature from the 2 degrees it's at. Lights is required. Let's get our taxi lights, landing lights, why not? Cabin lights, the overhead panel. Bar is closed for now. Good. No smoke, seatbelts. Instruments are alive. Flaps are. Single little lever right here. Flaps are retracted. And here's alignment message for navigation. Both going up. Okay, it's aligning. We got a message. Position discrete. So an update from our VLF. Very low frequency radios. And it is happy. So we've got our time and date position. Our radar, I believe, is currently on standby. Oh, I want this. Yeah, it's currently on standby. Brakes we'll test in a second. We're not going to do the full takeoff list because that thing is long. Extremely, extremely long. And I kind of want to fly. What we should probably do is a flight plan. Did it already go? I believe it did. Let's double check. It's already inputted. Okay, well, I will live with that. Originally, this aircraft, you did not have GPS navigation. You didn't have GPS unit. It was all either Omega navigation, VORs, NDBs, DMEs, all that kind of stuff, because this was pre-GPS. All right. Okay. So before takeoff, I'm going to get this out of the way now. Enunciators. We basically smash through this entire panel for enunciators. The vast majority of your before takeoff. So you got enunciators, got all the scary lights come on. You've got, or is it surface de-ice? I want you to check in here, all of them. You get tons of cast messages for this stuff. Yep. Pressurization. If you watch, the cabin pressure will change. It simulates 1,000-foot drop. It definitely declines. Rate knobs, 10 o'clock position. What is it? Yes, it is. Manual cabin altitude set. We are flying low, so we're just gonna not mess with that. Below 10,000 feet, we don't have to touch it. Avionics check and set. Barrel. Pilot. We're not gonna mess with the autopilot. Pitch trim. I'm gonna set the trim for takeoff. And that little green bar down there. Somewhere around there. Flight controls, free and clear. Indeed. The auto feather to arm. And by altimeter 2988, 2988. We're good. Displays are good. Okay. So we've got the blower still on. When we get into the air, we will shut the avionics blower off because it'll go into kind of a ram air effect. All right. Sadly, because I'm on Xbox, we don't have lovely things like say intentions, so we've got our stupid built-in ETC. So let's tune traffic. You can tune actually your column is probably easier to tune here than it is to go through here and use this knob. Uh, also allows you to tune your ADS, like all the settings that are going to be in this box here, far easier to tune from here. Um, let's see. Which one? Nope. We're gonna leave. Yeah, okay. Um, just check our weather real quick. Make sure QNH is good.
Papa Alpha Papa Hotel automated weather observation 1900 Zulu. Wind 049er at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at 3 0004500 scattered few clouds at 13,100. Temperature tree C dew point 2C. Altimeter 29er 89er.
Cool. There we go. Okay, make sure that's all set. Let's go to initial altitude of, well, let's go 6,000 feet. Why not? Decision height. I'll leave those all set as is. All right. Let's get going.
Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Lima Mike is taxiing to runway 6. Alpha Papa Hotel.
It's going to be a tight turn, that's for sure. Gotta love these Alaska runways where you just start at the end of them. We're gonna get our flaps, or the little bit that is considered our flaps. They're kind of funny looking. All right. Bring in some throttle. We've got quite a long runway here. We don't really need the whole thing. And this is a non-FADEC controlled turboprop. So you got to manage those engines. Let's go. See if my yoke decides to play this thing. I'm going to rotate right around 100, 110 knots. And she comes right on up. Landing gear coming up. Landing and taxi lights going off. Power ever so slightly. Seems like the yoke's going to play nice. 1,500 feet. And boy, oh boy, is this thing a frickin' rocket ship. Well, Starship, I guess. Makes sense. Continually accelerating. I feel like it's almost impossible to go slow. I have a feeling I probably did not set up my... No, sorry. Blow through that 6,000. Why not? Whoa. There's that yoke doing funny things.